All right. You ready for the real intro, Mr. Ruell? The big one? The one that fires us up? Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Benzinga Nation, jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna, the best trade idea resource out there. All right, guys. I am calling this segment. I'm calling it the People's Choice segment, where we are going to be talking cryptos. We're going to talk crypto stocks and we're going to talk currencies, and we're doing user choice. All right, that's the deal, guys. We're doing user choice today. All right, we're going to kick it off with some of the ones that were asked about last time. And then we're going to throw it out to the crowd. On my list today, Ruell, I didn't even tell you this yet, but I want to talk about Mara. I want to talk about Riot. I want to talk about Voyager. I want to talk about SOS. All right. So those are ones that I want to get into. You've got your list. Why don't you preview us with your list, and then let's just dive straight into it.
All right, sweet. So I went over the video last week, and what you guys wanted to hear were XLM. Stellar Lumens, and Digibyte, and Senso. So those are the ones we're going to go over, and we're going to cover Nano because I feel like we only touched on it a little bit last week.
Wait, give me those again. I want to get a roster down so we make sure we get through everything.
Digibyte, which is DGB.
Okay.
Stellar Lumens, which is XLM.
XLN or M? I should know that.
Xylophone, Larry, Maria.
Okay.
And then Senso, which is Sam, Edward, Nancy, Sam, Oscar.
Okay.
There's a fly in here. I swear to God, the sound of flies drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing bothers me more. If you wanted to
like,
torture me, you would literally put me in a room of flies, and I would gouge my ears out. Okay.
All right. Well, if you need a more annoying sound, come hang out at the Benzinga office for a day. Just kidding. Boom, Spencer Israel. Just joking. All right. So you want to start with my list? Do you want to start with the stocks, or do you want to talk about the cryptos?
We can start with the stocks.
All right, let's start with the stocks. So let's talk about Mara and Riot first. First things first, because they move together more than the other ones for sure, right? And they move with the price of Bitcoin. Same for SOS, same for eBond, etc. I'm gonna throw this one out to the chat, guys. If you are long any of these stocks, drop me a 1 in the chat. The one that I'm long is Mara, and I'll get to that in a second. But I'm generally bullish on these stocks. I wasn't in the weekend. Into the weekend, my recommendation, my call was liquidate these things. If you want to be long, let's say the major cryptos, Bitcoin especially, be long Bitcoin. Because if this thing tanks over the weekend, and we definitely saw some weakness, but we recovered, but we definitely saw weakness into the weekend. But my thing is, if you want to be long some of these these coins or some of these stocks that move with Bitcoin, dump them into the weekend and go long Bitcoin. Because with Bitcoin, at least you can manage the position. Right. I think we saw some of that selling pressure into Thursday, Friday last week, right? It wasn't crazy, but I was a part of that sell it all thread or crew. Because if Bitcoin were to run down to 40 or something like that over the weekend, which is a big move, but not unprecedented, it's totally possible. I don't want to be holding the bag when this thing opens down 30%, right? If I'm trying to make 10, 15% on a swing trade, this thing opens down 30%, right? I just blew out 3 or 4 winning trades that I would need to make in order to recover it. That said, I think technically, Bitcoin, and again, I'm going to use Bitcoin because that's what these stocks typically move with, but Bitcoin looks strong. I think the sentiment is there, and Mara is the one that I choose to be long because of the comments that they make about their revenue potential. Right, the company's goal is to go from 500K a month of revenue to literally 100 million a month of revenue in the course of a year. I've never heard any public company make an announcement as drastic as that. So that's why I'm long Mara. No opinion on Riot, SOS, Ebon. That's the pony that I'm betting on, at least for the time being.
Gotcha.
So that's where I'm at with the stocks. Why don't you tell us where you're at with the stocks? And guys, if you're just joining us, we're calling this the user choice segment. We're taking tickers and cryptos that the crew threw us last week. We're talking about them here. Ruel, give us some opinion on those stocks that you have. And if you have a chart to share, why don't you go ahead and share that one too?
Sure. I've always been about Mara and Riot, and I was holding those boys at like $8. I kept some, but I honestly did get shaken out by a lot of the price action. It took it a while to kind of rev up, even though Bitcoin was soaring. So yeah, I'm still really deep onto those, but at the same time, I'm all about Clean Spark and Overstock and Mogo, because they have other things they do other than just mine, right? So Overstock and Mogo don't mine, but they own like exchanges. So I'm really big on CleanSpark because they do mine and they have the whole microgrid technology. So yeah, really big. My number one would probably be CleanSpark. Then we'd have like Riot, and then we have Mara, and then we have Overstock.
Okay.
And then followed by Mogo, I guess.
All right, and then what about? Let's talk about Coinbase. I'm out. I'm a seller. If I had to pick one way or another, I'm a seller. I'm not in it one way or another. The momentum's not there.
I'm in on Coinbase, the exchange, but I'm out on the stock.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. The open price on the direct listing was 381. Stocks at 304. I would need to see a hell of a lot of momentum to make me want to get into that thing.
If I was to get on a soapbox, I'm not a fan of IPOs, the direct listings, or the traditionals. And
me neither. I like IPOs the best. SPACs are in the middle. Direct listings the worst.
Yeah, I'm all about the SPAC train. Like, it seems like it's the best for the investor, and people like to talk crap about people that do SPACs or create the SPACs or whatever. The big people like Chamath or whatever, and Peter Thiel that fund them. But it's the closest thing that a retail investor can do and be like a private investor, so to speak. We're never going to be a part of like a roadshow where we're getting in on Coinbase at like bargain basement prices. So SPACs are the only thing that we're going to be able to do that with. And I like that you can buy the shares or you could buy warrants. I know they're changing the rules on the warrants a little bit, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to impact us as a retail investor. But really love SPACs.
Yep, agreed. Okay. And the
while you're thinking about that, I actually
SPACs,
have a couple
okay.
dark horse, like if you want to get in on the whole Bitcoin stock thing plays. And
Yeah.
that would be,
all right, let's do it.
I'll actually,
When you say dark horse, you basically you're saying like here are some undiscovered names, something along those lines.
Exactly, just like that. Let me just spray this thing. Oh my god, my kids must have just like let every fly just come into the house and just bask in the nature of the home. Let's see. Share the screen. Entire screen. I swear to God, I've done this thing like 50 times and it's still like in the heat of the show. I'm like, wait, how do you do this again? Okay, so I think I have a crypto stocks watch list. Find it. Okay, here we go. So What the heck? They're not on this one. Okay. Don't worry. I'll just grab another watch list and pull them up there. So, I think I remember the ticker name off the top of my head. So,
Can you press that hide button on the bottom of the screen share? I don't know why, but it just drives me nuts a little bit.
okay,
And guys
so-
out there in the chat, I'm gonna make an ask, which is smash that like button so we can get this thing going. Share the stream, right? We're doing this for the community, like we said. This is the user choice segment. So let's
Okay,
get this
here it
thing
is.
going. Let's get it running.
So Hive Blockchain, they're a company just like Riot and Mara, except they're on the OTC. That's the only thing to kind of be wary of there. But if we look over the last like 2 years, they've definitely taken off with the whole crypto craze. And there's another one called Argo Blockchain, I believe it is.
Okay.
Okay, yep. Now they're a British blockchain company, and these are really the only two stocks that've kind of like that are blockchain like miners in my mind that haven't really taken off. SOS, they were like, I think they were just saying like, oh, we're buying, we're buying miners and stuff like that, and we're going to become a miner. And to me, that was like, that doesn't really fly when I can already invest in companies that are already miners.
And these are crypto mining specific stocks. Is that accurate to say?
Correct. In the same vein as a Riot and a Mara.
And guys, out there in the community too, drop us a chat. If you have tickers or cryptos to look at, drop them in there. We want to know.
And Mogo, I know one day I think you were talking about this with Happy and the Benzinga like description.
Wait, what is Mogo again? This is ticker MOGO, right?
Yes.
You love this stock. I don't remember what it is though. Tell us what it is again.
Okay, so really it's like a fintech stock. And part of their fintech is that they allow you to buy Bitcoin. It's like a digital wallet, so to speak. So on here, it lists personal loans and everything like that. And they really should take it off because they sold their loan book. And I mean, they do give personal loans, but it's more about being like a snazzy digital wallet where you can make payments and whatnot. So this is their website. Level up your money game, earn Bitcoin cash back. Like,
yep,
smarter way to invest in Bitcoin. So basically, they're kind of like a first mover in investing in Bitcoin in Canada. So, and they recently made a whole bunch of different purchases to improve their company. Like, they brought a company called, I believe it's called Carta, and they do basically digital payments. So they're integrating digital payments into their phone app. They bought another company. I'm not gonna be able to remember them all, but that one was particularly stood out for me because it put them into the whole digital payment space, where which is just humongous, right? So yeah, I'm a big fan of this stock, and every year they seem to be increasing their earnings, and they're also like Benzinga, like Tesla, put Bitcoin on their ledger as an asset. So yeah, I'm really big these guys.
Yep. Okay. All right. It's interesting.
Now, does anyone have any other questions on like any stocks? Just put them in.
Somebody's saying that Coinbase and Mogo have a deal. Do you know about that?
I did not know about that. Let's see what we can find about that.
That's what Zinger Nation is all about, baby. Happy in the chat. Questions. We've got Trade Doc in the chat. He wants to talk about Theta, Oxy, and MBL. We know that those aren't on the list, or if you have opinions on them. But if you're asking for chat, oh my God. Okay. Not Coinbase.
Coinsquare.
Coinsquare.
Okay.
False alarm. This is fake news. They're gonna start calling us CNN, Ruell, because of all the fake news on here.
right?
Oh damn,
So
Spencer is real left. I was hoping he would have been here to hear that. All right, so you're doing some dark horse ones. Let's grab this one. We got a couple of people in the chat saying, "What are some good beginner ones?" Why don't you have your beginner cryptos and your beginner stocks? How about this?
okay,
I'll do 2 beginner cryptos and 2 beginner crypto stocks. You do 2 beginner cryptos, 2 beginner crypto stocks.
okay.
You like it or no?
Oh, I'm about that life. You can
All
go
right,
for it.
beginner cryptos, Bitcoin and ADA. Those are the 2 that I'll throw out there as like simpler, more mainstream. Still a gamble, absolutely. Less of a gamble, absolutely. Crypto stocks that are less of a gamble, but still a gamble. I'm going to get away from the miners, and I'm going to say Coinbase and Voyager. So that's ticker COIN and VYGVF. Those are my like if you want to make it easier to understand, have more content to read, a bigger community, more research. Still a gamble, absolutely yes. Less of a gamble, absolutely yes. That's my call. What is your opinion?
Okay, so you know I'm all about Cardano, Luke. So you stole that one from me.
I got that from you, Ada.
I'm not
I got
happy.
that from you. I will admit it. You know, it was a good pick. Yeah, I mean, hundreds of percent since you called it.
So let's see here. Okay, so I'll say 3 cryptos. Let's go VChain. Okay. VChain recently exploded and recently kind of pulled back with the whole stock market. If we go out like 3 hours and make this actually readable. So it went all the way to like 26 at one point, only to level out here at 18, but still higher than it was, here at 13. So that's good. So VChain, they have so many deals going on in China. They're pretty much based in China, and they're a blockchain. They're a blockchain crypto, and they have some ridiculous 5-star rating that no other crypto has, and they would need to have that in order to actually control someone's blockchain, right? To actually control someone's supply chain. So they have deals with Tyson, China, Walmart, China, uh, Sam's Club, China, like a host of other people.
Okay.
And since they're actually kind of in league and lockstep with the Chinese government, a la like Neo. So,
But this is still one of the riskier, more esoteric ones.
I wouldn't say
Right.
that. I would
Okay.
not
All
say
right.
that. That's
Okay. That's good.
just given the deals that they have in place and that they have the security of the Chinese government kind of backing them. I think they're in a really good place. Okay, so then my second one, what would be my second one? Oh man, this is tough. Okay, if Cardano's off the field, and I mentioned VChain. Okay, let's just say AMP. That's the one. That's the only one I can kind of really think about right now. This like decently priced and worth something to invest in. So AMP, basically, they want to make payments agnostic. So they want you to use any type of fiat to be able to pay for something. And the way that they do that is they have this network called Flexa. And the Flexa network has the AMP token as its native token. And basically what they say is, any type of currency, we can convert it into an AMP token. And what this will do is it'll speed up transactions, because when we have transactions, there's a whole bunch of things involved in that. Fees, the banks have to clear, and a process with crypto, which could take like 2 or 3 hours, takes like 2 to 10 days. I'm sorry, like 2 weeks to 10 days with our normal process here. So they're ran by the Winklevoss twins. They're the billionaires that allegedly had the idea of Facebook before Mark Zuckerberg, and he, settled with them. They were really, really, really early adopters of Bitcoin. They own the Nifty Gateway NFT gallery. So they're really heavy pockets. They're really connected. They have Gemini. They own the Gemini exchange, which is where AMP and the whole Flexa network come together. So I think if any digital wallet wants to kind of work here in the US, they're going to have to go through AMP to get that done. And my third coin, which is kind of more of a riskier play, is this coin called Vera. It's called Veracity. So they, if we can, oh, this resolution, boy, it kills me. Okay, let's go out actually a day. So you can see here, it was as high as over 5 cents. And with this whole recent crash, quote unquote crash, it went down to like 2.5 cents. And it's at like 3 cents now. The reason I like this company is they have a patent pending proof of view technology. This proof of view technology.
What does that mean, the proof of view?
Gotcha. So the proof of view is all about getting rid of bots. So their technology, which they have on a blockchain, is saying, okay, if you employ our technology, 100% that it's not a bot. It's an actual person viewing. Now, this can be applied to like YouTube views. This can be applied to places where you can use like a CAPTCHA. And what that does is basically that provides more revenue for YouTube and any type of people that use like that type of deal, like a view for pay type deal. So essentially it would get rid of all the bots, because when people pay for these ads, they kind of just assume that bots are going to be there. So they're really paying for like 30% real views or something like that. But if you have a technology where you can come in and say, hey, 100% of your views are real views, then that means you can charge more for advertisements. And that's basically what it boils down to.
Okay.
But on top of that, along with this, they have an esports deal going on. And their whole esports, I'll probably be doing a follow-up video on my channel about this. It's Blackrue Investing, if you guys want to check it out. If you just Google my name, Ruell, Ruell, black like the color, you'll find it. But basically, they put out a tweet like last week where they had 85K concurrent viewers on one of the tournaments that they were doing, and these were all Chinese viewers, mostly Chinese viewers, and it was like Chinese influencers, but 85K is a pretty big. I know I play Magic the Gathering. I don't know that. I'm not sure that some of their tournaments get up that high, or at least I'm not sure. I have to check my facts on that, so don't quote me on that. But to me, that seems like a lot of people. So
well, in Ruel, I'm the slowdown guy.
Sure.
And I love it. What give us that number again of how big that is, and then do you have comps to compare it to, like how big is this in the world of like this within this universe? Is that material, non-material, growing, shrinking, etc.?
Okay, so let's do
So I
it.
view something like that as like it's had its moment, but I don't know if that's accurate. I just don't know the market. But I don't hear it nearly as much as some of the newer games platforms, etc.
So maybe we can find MTVG views on Twitch.
But and I have some ones out of the chat. CHPT, that's a stock, right?
What's that?
CHPT, that's a stock. Charge Point. Do you have any opinion on the cryptos, or I'm sorry, the EVs? Somebody's asking about charge point, beam, blink, etc. I
Oh,
like
okay.
blink if I had to pick between them.
Okay, if we're gonna go
This
there,
is a user segment. We advertise it as such, so I want to grab some of
for
these.
sure. I'm about ChargePoint. They're the number ones, I believe, in that whole charging space. But I liked this company. I think it was called Voltaire or Volta.
Okay.
It was a SPAC recently. I think it already merged. But basically, what they were talking about doing was having some fast charging, and along with that, hitting people with ads. And I think that's where it's going to have to kind of go, because if we're moving towards a space where we're replacing gas stations, um, you're gonna need some ads on there. You might you're gonna have to build it out and get more profits than just the charging. So I take those two, ChargePoint and Volta. Now there was one, I think it was called Nuve. They were intriguing to me because they were saying that they had some type of technology where you could charge the car, and if it reached a certain point and it was charged, then you could sell back electricity to the grid. So that's what they said their technology was, and that's really intriguing to me, because suppose you could install that in your house, and you have an electrical car. That seems like something that will really be beneficial. So but all of this stuff is kind of a couple of years away, as far as getting this into place, getting that whole infrastructure into place, and earning revenue. So I guess the best bet would be ChargePoint, because they have the most ones out there. They have the most charging stations out there, I believe. So they would be the best bet in the shortest long term, I guess.
Okay. All right. And shout out producer AB in the chat reminding us, guys, smash that like button. That's what it's all about. Gotta smash the like. Gotta share the screen. Gotta get more people on here. But all right, keep going, Ruel. I cut you off. I threw you off track with,
Oh, no
with
worries.
the EV stock one.
You're all
But
good.
keep it rolling.
Okay, so they say the average viewers for Magic the Gathering is 9,000, but that seems really low to me. I think they must be talking about Magic the Gathering, people who actually Twitch stream Magic the Gathering regularly. I'm trying to think about a Magic the Gathering tournament. So I'm going to Google MTG tournaments with the highest Twitch views. And I think that'll be a decent baseline. Okay, so here, MTG's Mythic Invitational hits over 100K viewers on Twitch. So they're telling you that they have 85K concurrent views, then that's pretty good. So we got that right there, and we'll just go to Veracity's Twitter. Okay. I think it's pretty. Okay, seems like that guy. Okay, there we go. Congratulations to Zypressen on winning our blah 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 Dota Chinese tournament. Incredible performances for both players. Well done to blah blah blah. The final was a great battle and watched by over 100,000, 100K concurrents. So there you go. And if they're doing this, and Magic the Gathering has been around for quite a long time, so if they're doing this on their own channel, and which I'm sure they're using their technology where they can verify views. So those concurrents are like real concurrents. And it seems like this is really something that can garner some fees.
Okay. All right. I mean, I think it's sort of interesting.
Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, that whole esports thing, I'm really high on that, and yeah, and I'm really
And
high on
again,
the.
remind us what's the play there for the esports play?
Oh, that they have their own little like esports channel.
Yep.
So let's just go. If I. Oh, and also, God, the biggest thing is that they allow staking too. You can stake coins right now with Veracity. So we go Veracity TV. So here's like where you can kind of go to the conduit to the whole esports fighting. But if you go to their homepage, moving kind of slowly, you got the CEO on here, and he's talking about how they have the whole proof of view deal, and the proof of view deal. They can integrate with all of these guys down here. So they can integrate with YouTube already. They can integrate with Twitch. So these must be Euro players. I don't know these guys, but YouTube and Twitch, that's pretty big.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's why I'm high on them. And then this whole staking, if we go to the whole Vera wallet deal, I don't think it actually shows any account information, so we're good to go on that. One moment. Oh, you can actually stake it right now, and their staking amount is 25.55 per year, which basically amounts to 7 Vera per like 10K Vera. So yeah, that just the whole passive income deal, and we've talked about this before. I prefer staking over dividends because it pays out every day, and yeah, it pays out every day, and it's 25%. I don't know too many stocks where you're getting 25% dividend.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's one of the main reasons I'm really high on Vera. The other two I mentioned, VChain, you can stake it certain places, but I don't think it's as high as 25%. And the other one I mentioned, AMP, they have a thing on their website, the Gemini Exchange, where you can choose to earn, which is quote unquote their staking. And basically you can earn like 1.98% interest on that token if you choose to earn with it. And that's like almost nothing. But I mean, it's something. It's pretty much tantamount to a dividend, really. But it's like every day it accumulates. So there's some compounding there.
Okay.
Okay. So then, after covering those, then let's go into these guys, the user request ones. So I just wanted to cover Nano for Aaron. And basically what I found about Nano is that they've been around forever. Well, not forever, but since 2015. and that their main focus seemed to be gaming. They wanted to change up the whole gaming transactions. So the stock equivalent, I guess, would be like a pay safe, so to speak. Um, so they can be used already. They can integrate with Unity games and Unreal Engine games, and they even had this little cool feature where you could have like a nano plugin for YouTube to have people like gift you stuff if you're not monetized like me. We'll get there. And then let me just pull them up. I was really shocked that they had like 100,000 guys on 100,000 followers on Twitter, like over 100,000.
I like that Twitter. For those of us who haven't seen your episodes before, can you share the Twitter trick that you use for some of these unknown or under discovered cryptos?
Okay, so like a general baseline that you want to do is you want to come on Twitter and see how many followers the coin has behind it. If they have 100K like this, that means they have a pretty big following behind them. In comparison, Veracity that we just looked at, it's going to be less. So they got 80K, which is actually pretty good for one. Like another coin we mentioned last week was Silo. For instance, 18.9K, right? Another one that probably be low is UBIC. I haven't talked about these guys yet on any channel yet, but as you can see, 12.8. And this is another coin that you can actually stake. So to just compare that, let's go Cardano. Whoops. Cardano community. 437K, right? And then if we do Ethereum, I'm sure it'll probably be in like the millions or something like that. Okay, almost a million, right? So that gives you a good basis about like, okay, is this a legit coin?
Yep.
So yeah, I was
It's
really
a good
shocked.
trick, man.
It definitely is.
I like it.
So I was really shocked that Nano had that many people, and I hadn't really heard of it yet. So then if we go into the next coins we have are okay, Litecoin. I think we went over that last week, but Litecoin just real quick. Litecoin, I wouldn't use it for currency. I would use it as an asset like Bitcoin. And Happy found out that they have a 84K or 84 million coin limit, and they do halvings like Bitcoin. And generally, when a coin halvings, and the whole halving is saying like, okay, this coin can now mine half less than it did the period before. And this is for coins that use the whole proof of work or mining system. So Litecoin would strictly just use it as an asset. I wouldn't use it to pay for things.
Yep.
So okay, so XLM been around since 2014. Let's just go in presentation mode. Since 2014, and I found some nice information about this. It could be used for remittances, and we don't really use that word in America that much. But basically, it's like Western Union. If you're going to go and send money to somebody or pay a bill, that's what a remittance is. So I saw that Swiss-based investment provider was launching exchange traded products for Stellar and Cardano. So that was pretty interesting on their exchange. So definitely the Swiss must believe in this coin. and some things that were upsetting to me, not upsetting, were just telling. Okay, it's been around since 2014. It does remittances and all of this stuff, but it doesn't connect to MetaMask, which is one of the like most basic. It's like a generic wallet that you can use to swap stuff around, to swap coins around. It doesn't have a phone app, and it doesn't have a layer 2 network. So those things were kind of concerning to me because there are things out that we talked about last week that do remittances, that do connect to MetaMask, that do have phone apps. So it's kind of concerning to me that they've been around that long and they don't have that. And if we're to do our little Twitter test, since it's been around since like 2014, I'm sure it'll be a pretty big base for these guys. Let's see. Oh, really? Wow. No, it's 10K followers. That's shocking. Wait, maybe that's not their official one. Yeah, that's Stellar Lumens News. They must have a different. Okay, we must be missing their actual site. I think that was just something that someone else started. Let's see. They can't not have a Twitter. Okay, come on, let me see. We'll go to their site. Generally, when you go to their sites, they'll have links where you can just go directly to their deals. One moment. Hey, Isa, lock the door, please.
You never bring your kids on, and we're quite disappointed.
Oh, really? I'll have to bring them on one day then.
Hey, Ruell, can you help me out? I'm coming. I'm right here, honey. Oh. He's doing his show. You guys have to be quiet.
Who needs help?
Life in motion here.
Life in motion, but that's what Benzinga is all about. We're about jokes, gimmicks, trade ideas, and family. How do you like that list? And Cardano.
Boom. So, did we? Oh, we did just go to it. Okay, here it is. So, yeah, 510K followers here.
And so, that's super significant.
Right. I was like, there's no way. Okay, so it concerned me that they didn't have those things. So for me, they didn't rank well because of that. But this is one that Will Edit gave me, and he checks out all my videos too. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. OGN. I was really excited about this protocol because it markets itself as an NFT platform, but really it's like a generic platform to build like any e-commerce platform, be it NFTs or whatever. So if we go to their website, it says it right here. The Origin platform powers commerce on the blockchain. And basically, they just kind of break that down, the application layer, the Origin tokens, open source protocols. But basically, it's an e-commerce deal. A decentralized and open source e-commerce platform that allows anyone to create an online store easily. So, visit their store. Okay, welcome to their store. Shop now. Oh, that's cool. How all of this, and I did see them actually bring out some NFTs. They had some random influencer from YouTube, like guy with a shirt. I never really heard of his stuff, or no, guy with a sign or something like that. I never heard of the guy before, but I think what'll really kind of vault them up is to have a really big influencer come on their thing and do something with them and sell NFTs with them. Like, for example, you guys know how I love Nifty Gateway. Nifty Gateway just had Eminem, Michigan's own Marshall Mathers, do a NFT on their site. So where is it?
Okay.
Can you guys see it? Wait, what happened? Okay, they're not showing his name, but he had an NFT on their site, and it looked pretty cool. I was kind of impressed that it looked that good. I don't know if he did it himself. I doubt it, but okay, here we go. So all of his different personas, Slim Shady, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, but
That's awesome.
if they could get something like that happening for them, then I think that could really be a big push for them. Just like Bondly, they had like Jake Paul and Tory Lanez and a couple people like that. So if they can do that, then that'll really vault them up a couple notches.
Yep.
So if we look at them on our handy dandy chart over here, they kind of already run, but they've come back a little bit. You can buy them up. Oh, you can buy them on Coinbase. Look at that. Oh, okay, so as soon as they listed on Coinbase, they just dumped. And that's kind
got
of a
the run up.
commonplace. Sometimes things will list on Coinbase and they'll just go up, but expect a dump. So as soon as it listed, it dumped out. I think the same thing happened with a coin called Matic, which I'm also pretty high on. Okay, so yep, they list it and then they, oh, look at that. They're having a nice a nice day today. Matic, they're another like kind of Ethereum killer, but they're built on top of Ethereum to kind of lower their gas fees and kind of expand their network. Since Ethereum is like 2 years away from doing that itself, 1 or 2 years. So Matic is just built on top of it to kind of solve that problem. And I think a couple different companies are going with Matic in order to solve the Ethereum gas problem.
Okay.
I think Rarible might be one of them, but
Which is a major problem that needs to be solved.
exactly. So yeah, a little sidetrack there, but yes, I like OGN. They're built on Ethereum, which I think is a problem. They're gonna have to change that eventually, but it integrates with Stipe and PayPal. That was pretty awesome. If you're gonna be an e-commerce site, these are definitely 2 players you're gonna want to integrate with. I think Stipe covers all of Europe, and then PayPal covers all of USA. So you're good to go. And then Senso, we talked about this one before. Oh man, Senso, like the potential with this coin. First of all, Tidal owns 7 million Senso tokens. Senso is a VR, AR platform, like concert platform. Very relevant for the Rona times that we're in right now.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that's why Tidal was like, okay, yeah, we're purchasing 7 million of your coins. But the even bigger thing to me is, and they're kind of putting the hooks in for it already, is that they're going to be like a Decentraland, and Decentraland, if you guys don't know, is another crypto called Mana. And if we just go look at their site right quick, it's like kind of like a Minecraft, like Sims type environment. And you take on a character in an avatar in this Decentraland world. And in
Yep.
this world, you buy land, right? So you buy your land, and hopefully you buy your land next to something nice, another crypto like this, and it looks a lot like Minecraft. It's called Sandbox. So we're just going to cover a lot today. Okay, it's just telling me my MetaMask wallet is on the Binance Smart Chain instead of Ethereum, which is what it runs on. But we don't need to worry about that right now.
Yep.
So you can see here with this whole world, you can come and you can buy. It's like you buy everything and you own everything. So it's essentially like owning your data, right? So like you could buy like Atari shoes, or you can buy a helmet, you could buy a whole outfit. And it looks like they sold all the land that they had. They recently just opened up land like like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. It's already sold out. So you can see, oh wow, Gemini, they bought all of this land from them. And as we know, Gemini ran by the Winklevosses, also Nifty Gateway. So Gemini must be having some plans here. That's awesome. That's awesome. So a little sidetrack, but back to it. Now, if Senso can do something like this with like title, and imagine this is like Jay-Z land, and this is like Little Louisiana, like Little Wayneville, and this is, you know, Drake Estates or whatever, and people could buy land next to these people, and like they could virtually meet with them because they own land next to them, like maybe once a month or something like that. The possibilities are endless right there, right? And then imagine they're already a VR AR type company, so they could run their concerts whenever they wanted to. They can do like an American Idol thing and have the users actually be involved and like create their own influencers by having the whole like American Idol thing. So like the possibilities with Senso are just so huge. And that's one of the reasons I'm really, really high on them. So if we go here, we go to their store and we can see the things that I was talking about. They have these avatars here. They have the shirts that you can buy, and all of these are with Senso tokens that you could buy these. But they have these little cabins here, and these cabins would be, I guess, kind of like land, but you're like buying a house for your land, so to speak. I think they gotta build it out so that they actually have land. But I was looking somewhere. I wonder if we can find it quickly at their roadmap, and their roadmap, you could tell that that was something that they wanted to do. Let's see here. We can kind of go down here. Maybe it'll tell us. Okay, yeah. So let your moves become your language. Connect with your senses through deep mindfulness and exciting dance performances to an underworld space. Dive into this mystical land to experience deep connections enabled by pure movements. Now, there's a lot of like catchwords in there. I don't know if you guys do a lot of like mindfulness and meditation and stuff like that, but it's very savvy that they're using those words. And what that says to me is that they have a really good PR person, because he hit a lot of words like mindfulness, dancing, you connect to your senses, water, mystical land. He hit a lot of words that are just really good PR words, really good. Like, not like, trust me, those are really good things that you would want to have someone see. Okay, here we go. A land where top performers gather to express themselves with absolute freedom. Join them and see how this land mutates under the influence of their art. The land mutating under the influence of their art. So right there, we even without seeing the roadmap, you can tell that they're kind of pointing in a direction where they have this land and they have these influencers / artists on this land generating a virtual space that garners, money. Sensorium spaceship is intergalactic shadow bridging Earth and Sensorium. Join the first expedition and unveil endless possibilities of your avatar traveling across multiple worlds and digital SG Sensorium Galaxy digital metaverse. So very, very cool. And it seems here they actually want to do like a dating thing as well. The vast universe of Sensorium Galaxy is inhabited by both real participants and AI-powered NPCs. These virtual companions learn from every interaction and adjust to your preferences over time. Your next partner might not be from this galaxy. Sounds a little Westworldly to me, which is a little scary and exciting at the same time. But there we go. So yes, back to our outline. Another thing was very intriguing. They're burning 4.2 billion Senso tokens.
Right, it's
And
definitely, yeah.
go ahead, Luke.
It's a good thing. It's the equivalent of a stock buyback.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Exactly. And they actually gave a great reason why they did this.
Okay.
Basically, they said we wanted this enough tokens so we could have sufficient funds to support developments and have enough for the private and public sales. And basically, they said we got enough funds now, so we can just get rid of these. Basically, so very intriguing that they're giving rid of 70% of their supply, and they're sitting only at like $1 now, or like $1.20, I believe. You can buy them on KuCoin. Yep. So they're kind of tethered here at $1.22. If we go out a couple to a day chart, and we can get rid of the volume and RSI because we don't need that right now.
Nope.
So as you can see, they kind of popped up here when the whole NFT craze started, and boom, right? So from 30 cents to like they were hovering at 108 for a while, and then they announced that they were burning these tokens, and boom, they went up a little bit, and now they're leveling out again. But I'd say a good speculative buy to buy some now before all of those tokens get burned, because that's just going to make, like Luke said, a stock. It's like a stock buyback. And the less supply will increase demand, hence push the price up. I'm not a financial advisor. But yeah, that's the whole premise of that. And I think Senso was the last. Oh, and also that they're going to be on the Polkadot network, which means they're not going to have to deal with any of those Ethereum problems with expanding the network and the gas fees. They're on Polkadot. And they're also backed by Mikhail Prokhorov. I think I spelled his last name wrong, but he's the Russian billionaire who once owned the Brooklyn Nets.
Wait, hold on. I need to look this up. I might know some things about this guy. I'm not totally sure. No, he's not the guy I thought. Okay. There's a Russian billionaire who owns a ton of brokerages and is trying to launch a brokerage in the US, which I thought would make this more interesting, but it's not him. He did run against Putin.
Yes, he did.
Oh, come
I read
on.
about
That's
that.
ridiculous. You cannot support this project if a man's running against Putin. He's gonna go missing. It's like it's
I
like
think
Jack
he worked it
Ma
out because
opening a Twitter account. You know, he's gonna go missing.
him and Jack Ma are somewhere golfing.
Yeah.
With
All right,
Raz.
Ruel, you know it's 9 o'clock. You know what my Monday nights are. It's my one night a week. I promise to be home for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So could you give us one more?
One more anything?
One more anything. One more crypto play.
Okay.
If you can't, you can't. There's one.
Oh.
There's one in the chat about NCAT. There's one that went viral last week called Cum Rocket. I don't know if you heard of that one.
Oh my God, no.
Wait, did you hear about this or no?
No.
Pull up your trading view. Type it in.
You know what? I'll go
You might have to go in. All right, that's better. It's Charlie, Uncle Mike. You didn't hear about
There we
this?
go.
Wait, I can't.
Wow.
What's the market cap? What's the market cap?
Let's see. Am I missing it somewhere? Market. Okay, there we go.
170 million.
Gummies. That's terrible.
Do you have a chart on here or no?
Yes.
All right, look at this chart. Boom!
Wow. So somebody just became like, if you knew about this and you got
Is this
in
real?
right
Everybody's saying, is this real? Yes, it's real, guys. We did a story on Benzinga.com. That's how I knew about it. If I was the editor, would I have authorized that story?
Wow. Wow. Okay. So but the one he was talking about, okay, so there were a couple meme coins that came up, and I should mention this one. Yeah, definitely mention this one. SafeMoon. It's been Googled more than Dogecoin for the last couple days. And it took that title away from Dogecoin. Everybody's SafeMoon, 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 SafeMoon. Now, if we go look at it, it kind of really peaked up. You're like a really happy person if you got in down there. I got in around like right here. So I think people are still finding out about this. So if you want to kind of get in right here and just like put in $20 and forget about it, why not? I was speaking to some guy at Dutch Brothers. He's like, he put in like $200 on Dogecoin when it was like at a half, like a half of a cent, and he just forgot about it. And now it's like at, I think he said something like 45,000 or something like that.
Right.
No, 4,500. 4,500, I think. And yeah, he's happy about it. So, I mean, if you go look at their actual website, they're so fresh and so new. Basically, they kind of want to create a video game type deal. And this is another thing that's very important. Certain cryptos, you want to make sure that they're audited. If they're audited, chances are they're better and you won't lose your money because they had to pay for an audit, right? So they're not looking to kind of like steal your money. And also you want to make sure too that the team is actual real people that you can see and track down if you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Which I'm sure the Cummies project has.
Go ahead.
Which I'm sure the Cummies project has real people that you can track down with a great track record.
Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't do it personally, but some others people have done it. They track these people down, and they had like a AM Ask Me Anything on Clubhouse. So they're actually real people. It's an actual real project. And if you really want to learn more about it, come on their website, go to home. You can read their white paper, But if you're not a fan of reading white papers, they have a roadmap here, and basically what they say they want to do is kind of influence Africa. They might have to talk to Charlie Hoskinson and Cardano if they're stepping in the African soil. But also they say they want to do some NFTs, but basically they want to launch a video game deal. So it's a check out their roadmap, see if this is something that's interesting to you, or maybe just the fact that they've eclipsed Dogecoin in like Google searches is enough for you to say, hey, I'll just put in like some money and just not care about it. You can buy these guys on Gate.io, and you can buy them on PancakeSwap, which is a little harder to do.
Can we do PancakeSwap next week or later this week? Can we do PancakeSwap next week?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I'll just get myself like a little fake wallet to use, and we can go over it.
Wait, I have Ethereum. Can you help me throw away my Ethereum on PancakeSwap next week live? That would be a blast. I'm being totally serious. Not all of it. We'll do half. I don't have much Ethereum. I have like 2,000 USD. We'll waste 1,000 of it on PancakeSwap, making big bets.
Hey, let's do it.
You want to do it?
There are a couple different.
I think that would be awesome. We can check in on it every week.
Meme coins that are out there that we could do
that with.
Yes,
let's go.
So yeah, let's do PancakeSwap next week. There are tons of nice, awesome things about PancakeSwap that you guys would love to do. But like I said here, if we go, well, somewhere here it says that they're audited. So that's one of the big things you want to know. You really want to know that they're audited. So this is on a Binance Smart Chain, which is basically a Ethereum equivalent competitor. And there's another one that we're going to do with PancakeSwap called Pancake Bunny, and they're really interesting too as well. But like I said, you really want to make sure that you see that they're audited. So here are the audited people right here. So you want to make sure that they're audited. You want to make sure that they have like a Twitter presence, and that's just one of the things you just really want to check.
Cool.
But we'll do this next week, so stay tuned.
Awesome. All right, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I gotta go home, feed the wife. You sound like you have to do the same.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they all left out. She left out with the girlfriend, so.
Nice. There you go. So it's pizza and beer tonight on a Monday. Aggressive start to a Monday, but hey.
All right. Awesome. Hey, and Luke, we got to talk about doing this an extra day.
I know. We'll get it going.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Peace out, Ruell. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we got to drop the plugs. You always forget.
I have such a good time with you guys on here. With Luke, Aaron Bree. I have such a good time on here with you guys. I totally forget to promote my own stuff.
All right, give me the YouTube.
Blackrue Investing. It's my channel. If you just Google my name, Ruell Black, you'll see it.
Boom. I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna get the link in the chat.
Boom. So we do tons of different videos and tons of different things. Like I actually did do a PancakeSwap tutorial, but don't worry about that one. You can watch it, but we're going to give you more information on Benzinga. So you can watch this as well.
I just got my Twitter in the chat too. Throw me the follow. Say what's up.
We do weekly stock videos, weekly. We talk about crypto as well. So yeah, come look at some of the past videos. It's awesome stuff, guys.
Boom. I dig it. Yeah, Ruell does weekly picks. I just post random things. So yeah, depending what you're down for.
Yep.
Cool. All right, man. Peace out, everybody. See you soon. We're gonna hit that pancake swap, and we're gonna be rocking and rolling.